It is 3:14 a.m. I checked the time, even though I promised myself I wouldn't. I know I should be asleep. My body is begging for sleep. My eyes are dry and burning, like there is sand under my eyelids. My thumb hurts from the repetitive motion. My neck is stiff, but I can't stop. Swipe up, swipe up, swipe up. It has become a reflex, a zombie in motion, a cat video, swipe, a teenager dancing in a kitchen, swipe, a tragedy in a country I've never visited, swipe, a recipe for a chocolate cake I will never bake. I am not even watching anymore. I am not absorbing the information. I am just feeding. I am feeding my brain just enough noise, just enough color to keep it from thinking, to keep it from wandering into the dark corners of my mind. You know this feeling, don't you? The trance. The blue light from the screen is the only thing illuminating your room. It casts a cold, ghostly, unnatural glow on your bed sheets. It feels like hospital light. And in a way, it is. Because this isn't entertainment. Let's be brutally honest with ourselves tonight. I haven't genuinely laughed in the last hour. I haven't learned anything valuable. I don't even remember the video I watched 10 seconds ago. This isn't fun. This is anesthesia. This is a digital intravenous drip for an anxious soul. I am terrified of the moment the battery dies. I am terrified of the moment the Wi Fi disconnects. I am terrified of accidentally locking the screen and seeing my own reflection in the black glass. Because in that split second of darkness, before the screen lights up again, reality rushes back in. The loneliness rushes back in. So I keep scrolling. Faster. I scroll to outrun the thoughts. I scroll to drown out the day. As long as the images keep moving, time stands still. As long as there is noise, I don't have to be here. I am numb. And right now, numb feels safer than. People always say silence is golden. They talk about peace. They talk about meditation. They post quotes about finding yourself in the quiet. But they don't tell you the other side of the truth. For people like us, silence is heavy. It has a physical weight. It sits on my chest like a concrete block, crushing the air out of my lungs. When I put the phone down, the room gets too big, the shadows get too long, the air gets too thin, and the voices start. Not voices like hallucinations, but the voice of my own mind. The internal monologue that I have been running away from all day. It starts as a whisper, then it becomes a shout. The list of regrets from 5 years ago plays on a loop. The cringe-worthy thing I said at a party in 2018. The worry about money. Will I make rent? The worry about love. Will I die alone? The worry about meaning. Am I wasting my life? In the daylight, with the noise of traffic and work, I can ignore them. I can push them down. But in the silence of the night, they are giants. They are waiting for the screen to turn off so they can attack. Silence acts like a magnifying glass. It takes a tiny problem and makes it look like a monster. It takes a small sadness and turns it into a tidal wave. That is why the phone is my shield. The internet is loud, it is chaotic, it is relentless, it never sleeps. And that chaos, ironically, feels safer than the quiet of my own bedroom. I would rather watch strangers argue in the comment section than have a honest conversation with myself. I would rather fill my head with useless trivia than face the emptiness inside my chest. I am not addicted to the phone. I am not addicted to the content. I am just afraid of myself. I am afraid of what I might hear if the noise stops. But look at us. Look at how tired we are. How long can we run? How long can we keep this up? My eyes are heavy. The screen is starting to blur into a smear of colors. And deep down, I know the scrolling isn't fixing anything. It is just hitting the snooze button on my life. The problems will still be there in the morning. The anxiety is patient. It will wait for me. So, let's try something together. You don't have to quit cold turkey. That's too scary. But maybe just for tonight, just for the next few minutes, we can try to make friends with the silence, or at least stop fighting it. What if the silence isn't a monster? What if it's just a room, a space? What if the thoughts come and we just let them sit there without engaging? Imagine your thoughts are like clouds floating by in the dark sky. You don't have to grab them. You don't have to analyze them. You just watch them go. Try this with me. Lower the brightness all the way down. Put the phone face down, not far away, just face down on the mattress. Close your eyes. Listen to the hum of the world. Can you hear the fridge running in the kitchen? Can you hear a car passing by outside, far away? Can you hear your own breath? Inhale and exhale. The silence is heavy, yes, but you are strong enough to carry it. You are safe here. The world is asleep. You don't need to know what is happening on the internet right now. You don't need to consume. You don't need to be informed. You don't need to be entertained. You just need to rest. Let the darkness